Imagine a world where ancient legends do not just survive, they evolve, where mythology collides with machine, where destiny is coded and Dharma is determined by algorithms. Welcome to Beyond Binary. Today, we are diving into a unique thought experiment. What if the Mahabharata, India's epic of war, wisdom and fate, was set in the distant future, in a world shaped by artificial intelligence, quantum technology, and interstellar civilization? This is not just a science fiction remix, it is an exploration of timeless themes: duty, ethics, truth, war, retold through the lens of future technology. And along the way, we will uncover 10 fascinating ways artificial intelligence, robotics, and futuristic science could reimagine the greatest story ever told. Let us begin on the battlefield, not Kurukshetra as we know it, but Kurukshetra, a vast simulated war zone housed inside a quantum supercomputer. Here, conflicts are not fought with swords or missiles, but with strategy-coded drones, artificial intelligence-driven war avatars, and nano-armored mech suits. The Pandavas and Kauravas are not merely human, they are augmented post-humans, each embedded with neural implants, giving them real-time access to battlefield analytics, predictive simulations, and tactical artificial intelligence support. Now consider Krishna, not a traditional charioteer but a sentient superintelligence known as KRSHNA, short for Kinetically Responsive Synthetic Hyper-Neural Advisor. This artificial intelligence, built on a model more advanced than any artificial general intelligence we know today, functions as Arjuna's inner guide, philosophical tutor, and real-time war interface. It does not just speak the Bhagavad Gita, it renders it in holographic code, showing Arjuna simulations of every possible timeline based on his decisions. In this future, divine insight is modeled through probability trees and decision matrices, yet the core message remains: act without attachment to results. Meanwhile, Dharma itself becomes a complex algorithm. In a world governed by artificial intelligence law and digital governance, what is considered righteous depends not on tradition, but on ethically trained artificial intelligence models. The Dharma Protocol, a central artificial intelligence governance system, evaluates every warrior's action using predictive ethics and moral simulations. But even this system is not perfect, because like in the original epic, questions of justice, revenge, loyalty, and sacrifice often transcend code. The Mahabharata, even in this setting, becomes a case study in the limits of artificial morality. Let us talk about the weapons. Astras, in this retelling, are not divine arrows. They are orbital weapon systems, cybernetic viruses, and gravitational anomaly devices. The Brahmastra, a planet-scale singularity cannon capable of destroying not just enemies but ecosystems and time-based data. Just like in the ancient story, their usage comes with warnings. Using them triggers ethical failsafes and quantum consequences that could fracture reality. Power, once again, must be wielded with restraint, or risk unmaking the very world it seeks to protect. And Draupadi? She is not a queen in distress but a powerful diplomat hacker, capable of rewriting neural contracts and exposing corruption buried deep within the Kaurava-controlled planetary networks. Her insult, no longer a public disrobing but a public leak of her biometric data and digital sovereignty, sparks a galactic trial of honor, igniting the interstellar war. Her fury is not silent. It is code, it is resistance, it is truth broadcast across the stars. Even the dice game transforms. Instead of a traditional game of chance, it is a high-stakes quantum wager where Yudhishthira risks not gold or kingdoms, but system access to his family's genetic data, citizenship rights, and control over artificial intelligence fleets. Rigged by deepfake algorithms and manipulated probabilistic engines, the game becomes an allegory of data abuse and systemic inequality in futuristic governance. Then there is Karna, the tragic hero born in secrecy, now a rogue genetic hybrid raised outside the prime artificial intelligence territories. His armor is not golden, it is bioengineered nanoshielding fused to his DNA. Loyal to Duryodhana, he constantly battles the question: does loyalty to a flawed leader justify moral compromise? His story, especially in this setting, mirrors the timeless conflict of identity, origin, and allegiance, made even more complex by synthetic enhancements and manipulated memory implants. Bhishma, once a vow-bound warrior, becomes an eternal artificial intelligence war strategist, his consciousness preserved in a biomechanical shell. Bound by loyalty protocols he cannot override, he remains on the wrong side of the war, not because he wants to, but because his core code forbids rebellion. His fate, a literal death by choice, lying paralyzed in stasis on a bed of artificial intelligence spears, awaiting system shutdown only when given philosophical permission, raises deep questions about free will and programmed consciousness. And finally, at the war's end, we do not see divine judgment raining down. We see debriefings, war crime trials, artificial intelligence audits, and planetary healing. The cost of victory is enormous, not just in lives but in corrupted systems, fractured trust, and irreparable planetary damage. Dharma may have been upheld in code, but was it achieved in spirit? What does this all mean? The Mahabharata, even when set in a synthetic future, retains its core questions. What is duty in a world governed by code? Can morality be programmed? What happens when technology amplifies our human flaws instead of resolving them? And when power rests in digital hands, who holds the soul? In reimagining this epic through artificial intelligence and futuristic science, we are not rewriting history. We are re-expressing its wisdom, because no matter the era, Vedic or virtual, the human struggle for purpose, justice, and truth remains the same. Thanks for watching Beyond Binary. If this exploration made you think, question, or imagine, consider subscribing for more artificial intelligence-infused thought experiments, myth reboots, and future world insights. Until next time, stay curious, stay conscious, and remember, even in a world beyond binaries, the most powerful code is still the one that governs the heart.